It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the Monarchs' sure-handed wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Monarchs and the Chiefs, next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the London Monarchs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive.
Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got to...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Christian Harris
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. Richardson has it.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes into the hands of London. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Yellow, line, opposite, green, blue, check. Check right. Smith red. Switch, yellow.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
So their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season?
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Second and 9.
They're going to look to throw.
Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes now on first down. Complete to right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal and the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
What's the deal, dog? So what's it got? Come on. Hey, Buffalo 18. Go, Street.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Monarchs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
2nd and 9 now. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long, so to me, they're just saying, We want to finish this one off in the third quarter so we can coast home in the fourth. And this is just a tremendous play, something we've seen time and again from this offense.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a handoff up the middle. Dawkins, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Monarchs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give right side. Long, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A big play there for KC. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And his kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
London about set to take over on offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And a huge play that time. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw. On the move to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Monarchs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable. The way
Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Monarchs extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson.
On the move past the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
They'll go option to the short side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. London about set to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
It's a big play there. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Get it! Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Christian Harris in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes looking for Wright, and he finds him. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, caught by London. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And caught by London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Mahomes to throw once more.
Throws right back to London, complete again. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on. Hey, 60 Bobcat. Rig.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far in second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.